good start. We're starting off with a dream of what was. What was when the hero was contacted by the Sea Empress. And that was when he was leaving the planet. Why does our character has this? Is the Empress aware of our presence? Is it just a callback that's not relevant in the game world? That's only the first complaint I've got for this new game, Subnautica Sub-Zero. So yeah, they released Minecraft 2. Cause when was the last time you thought to yourself, you know, this Minecraft is cool and all, but I need new Minecraft is what I need. But I'm willing to give them a pass here, cause Subnautica is kind of story driven. So I guess having a platform where you have survival and crafting is a way to tell a story and is a reason to have a new one. So that's fine, I guess, for me so far at least. So yeah, first off, big difference from the first game. We start off in a habitat. So we're not a survivor, we're deliberate here. Let's pick up the datapad that's glowing and is visible from the start, from when we wake up. That's nice, that's a good visual design. What does this have about here, things? It has our little thing, telling us that we are named Robin. We're named Robin Goodall, and we are women. Because women are usually called Robin, not Jessica, not Samantha. Well, I blew the load here. Samantha is the name of our sister here, which is up in space right now, but it's shortened to Sam, so it sounds more like a man. So we've got Robin and Sam, and contrary to popular belief, they're actually women. Yes, so we're Robin, and we're xenolinguist. But her experience in xenolinguistics is talking to animals. Or beasts, because they're not animals. Animals are only on Earth. In space they're different things. See, what's xenolinguist's job? Xenolinguist's job is to parrot local life forms. I do what they do. If they bathe in liquid nitrogen and talk with their feet, I put on a coat and pull a handstand. Because that's how other animals communicate. Beasts, sorry. Right? Xenolinguist, that's her resume. I talk to fucking jellyfish. Would you call yourself xenolinguist just because you know, whistle in a forest when you hear a bird? Because that's xenolinguistic. If you hear that on an alien planet, you're a xenolinguist now. So yeah, amazing credentials, amazing introduction to our fucking character. Also, we're having 2 data pads. We sleep with one, which is our, alarm clock, and then we pick up another one, which has data about us, so it's our data pad. And we've got some concept arts on the walls, because, you know, you gotta advertise. A couple of new things, as in architecture or options to build, maybe, you'd think, but you don't get to interact with anything right now. So that's surprising. Right, we woke up to the dream of the Empress, and what's weird here is that we have it recorded in a voice log.
We are different, but we go together.
How did we record our dream? So it's a dream, right? It's in your head. How did you put the microphone in there? What kind of dream was it? Was it just a premonition? Or more like flashback to the previous game? That tells you... No, the game works as intended. This is how it should operate. This 10 frames per second. Is it just a callback to the previous game for the player, not for the character? Or is it actually some telepathic attempt of communication from the Empress? Like I said, does she know that we're here? because she's using the same words she said to the hero from the previous game, and since he disabled aliens defenses and cured the infection, I'm gonna refer to him as hero. So the previous character was a hero, right? He deserves it. He brought intel about this planet and shit like that. He survived. He deserves it. And we were it, so we're heroes. We're heroes. These are the words Empress used when the hero was leaving the planet, I think. So why are we hearing this at all? Don't know. Didn't play that far. Doubt if we ever get to. So yeah, this is a room in a habitat we spawned. We walk out to a giant mesa. A giant mesa. Capable of outfitting multiple people. Look, 4 tables. 2 seats per each, at least. And 1 additional. So we've got 8 plus 1. So that's 9. So 9 people, right? And yet we're still alone. We've got this massive, what looks like a kitchen area in your mesas, in your schools or whatever. Hospitals maybe? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I'm not experiencing this much. So let's look into a datapad again. And I'm sure Markiplier and Jacksepticeye are all over this game already. But they're probably very excited to play more Subnautica and gush about it. But I'm here to complain. Cause why not? Against my tradition of talking about the games I play for myself and talking about them in my Let's Plays of other games, I'm gonna give us more of a first impressions of the game, actually talking over it. So let's see here. That's our profile. Vesper Station, that's gonna be important. There's a Vesper Station, semi-permanent orbital installation designed to provide sustainable environment for research personnel. Right. And it's got its parameters. It can send things up and down. Well, mostly down. There's a weird thing here. Hold on. Geosynchronous orbit. Oh, it's on geosynchronous orbit. Oh, we're gonna get to that. Of a target stellar body to deploy ground crew. And multiple ground-to-space cargo rockets for energy-efficient resource transportation. The orbital installation can deploy ground-to-space cargo rockets. You mean space to ground? You fucks? What else we got? Blueprints, data downloads. Yeah, that'll be it for now. Right, so we're here, and this datapad should tell us more about this installation, I think. Research Station 0, that's us. Research Station 0 is comprised of 2 square kilometers of ocean, which is the gameplay area from the previous game also. A little summary of the previous thing. Facilities, there we go, that's what it is. 3 to 6 person accommodation, full science engineering section, leisure exercise, large grow room, weather forecasting institute, and prawn bay. 3 to 6 person accommodation. We wake up here. So let's explore. First off, this is the Vesper Station in orbit. We're gonna get to it. On geosynchronous orbit. Oh my god, what nonsense, what nonsense. What is it? Lockers. Little reminder of the previous game again, and the artifacts we found there. So we've got lockers for multiple people, at least 4, you'd think. We came from there. What's in here then? It's another personal area, another room for living. Right. A little promotional poster. Looks like a crew of this facility, only we're alone, and we're the black one. That's not a problem. Very, what is it? Very, goddammit. Very diverse is what it is. Very diverse crew, isn't it? black man, black woman, Asian man, and only one white person. That's racist and discriminatory. And it's sexist also because there is no white man. Research base 0 weekly report. That's not important or interesting. There's nothing to complain about there. So we've got this, another room. So that would be interesting if that was the crew. But let's keep looking around. We've got the research laboratory, right, with bio reactor here. Fucking turned off, I guess. So we've got another source of power somewhere. Don't know where. We've got a summary of previous plot, crux of the previous plot. We've got Emperor producing enzyme and then cut off. Maybe fix that too. You couldn't just put the picture being a little bit smaller so that the 42 is visible. Produces 42. Peepers deliver enzyme into ecosystem, and the Emperor relies on ecosystem for a food chain or ecosystem. I've got some. This is interesting. Research notes. These are our research notes. Is this a placeholder, or is it deliberate? Is this a mystery to solve for this game? Is it? Probably isn't. Oh yeah, also, forgot to mention this because I got right into complaining. The game in the beginning says that it's early access. As you can see in the top right corner, it's early access, so it also says everything can run bad, everything can have bugs. Everything can have bugs. And so don't expect anything really, right? And there are features missing. So a great advertisement for starters. We're gonna get back to that too. This door is for exiting the facility too. Oh yeah, we're loading things now. So take a look at the day cycle because we're gonna go back to it. Somewhere in my data pad, I've got a thing. No, we're exploring. Hold on. I've got a thing about where are we? Get to it soon enough. Task list. That's interesting. Get a task list here. Download. And it would be interesting if those tasks were followed. If that was something we have to do, because we're here deliberately, not on accident. So it would be nice if those were tracked somewhere. But they're not, because things are gonna go bad soon enough. Spoilers. Got our grow beds, greenhouse. This is the exit hatch 2. Right, so we're growing, I don't know, leaves, I guess, so far. Right, let's look at our data pad again. Research station 0. Research base 0, that's gonna be... no, that's a report. Hold on, where is it? Weekly report, task list. Profile research station 0, yeah. Not Vespa, is it? No, not Vespa, okay. So there it is. 2 square kilometers, unusual environmental conditions leave the zero permanent winter, interrupted by extreme weather events. Selected by aliens as hub, doesn't matter. There are more important things here somewhere. Somewhere. Habitat installation, maybe? No. Who was it? Let's see here. Vespa station, that's in space. That's not in our profile. Not in blueprint license. Who was it? Not in vehicles, obviously not. Zero sector. No, zero sector. Research station. Okay, research station should be the facility. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, right? So yeah, we took a look around the facility, and we found out that we've got the things, and we've got the night now. You know, the day and night cycle is similar as we had previously, and in the previous game. So that it doesn't. Well, I looked. We'll get back to this later. Get your thoughts. Alright. We've looked around the facility. We've got this giant mess capable of hosting 9 people, and we're alone here. And we could have one more person around. So where is 3 to 6 then? And that crew picture with the diversity cast, where is that coming? It's a good base for having a multiplayer in this game, but it doesn't. So that's a bummer, because survival in groups is interesting. Maybe it's not fun, but it's interesting. It's interesting because you've got people interaction. You can devise or divide tasks between people. You can see someone else create something. You know, you can think about making something for more than one person, and then travel together in packs in your vehicles. Right, I'm gonna find that information maybe eventually. Aquarium. There it is. Yes, I found it. Jeez. Right. Zero sector is ocean located near the planet's equator. And here's an environment you see almost permanent winter. Interrupted extreme for no reason was selected for aliens and so on. Also here, located on a large ice cap in the west, just below the primary alien research. We're on the equator, where there is an ice cap. Right? It's polar on the equator. Sounds wrong on the first glance, but we've got something similar in our solar system actually. We've got Uranus, which axial tilt is 97 degrees. That causes it to essentially roll on its side on its orbit, right? And so, you know how it is on Earth when there is the on the tops, above and below the plane of the orbit. We've got ice caps because that's where the sun's solar rays have the lowest angle of attack, so they impart the least energy on the planet. So that's why there are ice caps on the north and the south. And also we've got polar night and days on Earth because of the axial tilt. However, Uranus isn't quite that, and neither is this planet. Uranus is tilted 90 degrees almost, and we're on the equator. So they're thinking, I'm not an exoplanet analyst. I'm not a geologist or a climatologist, but what we know from Uranus is that on the equator, it's still actually warmer than on its poles. And we're on the equator as if we've got ice caps because it's away from the angle of the sun. Right? Am I making sense? Probably, maybe. So they've got that wrong. Right? Also, somehow, we had day and night cycle, like we've got here, over in the tropical zone we were previously, in the previous game. And it was tropical. We were somewhere in the tropics with temperatures about 30 degrees, 25, something like that. And we had days and night cycles. And not only should it be colder where we were before, it should be warmer here if the planet is tilted. And it should be because we're on the equator and it's cold. And there's ice caps on the equator. I think they tried to be cool, but they didn't read up on Uranus. So maybe fix that. It's early access, you can still change it. You can still say that the planet 4546b is not tilted of that much. So just change it, make it real, because Uranus's equator is warmer than its poles, even the one that is directly exposed to the sun. And equator actually does have or Uranus, does have cycles, day and night cycles, that are pretty rapid. The poles have the polar winters, well, days and nights. So that's still wrong when it comes to the previous game. So fix this. You can still fix it. It's early access. Right. So there's this. Complaints about the astronomy and geography and climate. So we're gonna have a gander outside in our skin-tight diving suit, because that's gonna protect us from freezing colds, which we're gonna touch on later. And yeah, that's our base. For 2 people out of 3 to 6, 2 people, and 1 is already missing. And it's already single player and no multiplayer in sight. And Vesper. So we're gonna talk about Vesper in the next episode, to keep it relatively short. And there'll be that...
This is Vesper, come in.
Well...
Sam.
We lost contact with Jeffries up at the research site.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Understood?
You know, the formal bit's cute, but we've shared a room. Would it kill your career to act like we'd met before?
Robin, you know these conversations are monitored.
I don't care who knows it's cute. I've been here 2 weeks, we've hardly spoken.
Because you went straight to the planet. Find Jeffries, chat later.
Yes, Mom.
Right. Teaser trailer, we're gonna talk about this in the next episode. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, because I need more. And so do you.